What's poppin' YouTube? My name is Michael and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at and reviewing the Yeti X microphone. This is the newest product from Blue Microphones. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm constantly putting out new technology videos here on my small channel, so if you're into that type of thing, be sure to subscribe. Today I really want to talk about the overall build quality of the Yeti X, as well as get into some features and some new software that it offers. At the end of this video, I'll be sure to provide my recommendation to you on whether or not I think you should purchase this mic. We'll kind of take a look at some other options you might have, including the cheaper Yeti mic that they have, as well as the more expensive Yeti Pro. Now, I'd like to note that throughout this entire video, the audio is being recorded on the Yeti X mic. It is not too far away from me, maybe about a foot right now, and we're currently at a 75 mic gain. This thing currently retails for about $169. It only comes in this black option here. They do have a World of Warcraft version, which has, I believe, gold instead of silver around the trims. But if at any point in this video you're interested in purchasing this, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Now, the first thing I want to talk about with this mic is the actual build quality. Depending on what you're going to be using this for, the build quality and the overall look may or may not be of importance to you. Blue Microphone is really gearing this Yeti X toward YouTubers, content creators, streamers, and then people into podcasting. So if you're going to be using this mic on camera a lot, you're going to obviously want it to look nice. You also get this desktop stand included with the packaging, as well as a USB cable. Here you do have USB-A to micro USB. It was a little disappointing we didn't see USB-C here, but not too big of a deal. One thing to note, that if you do plan to use this on a desk like I have here, and you plan to use the desktop stand that it comes with, you have to be careful that you don't touch the desk, or that if you do touch the desk or anything that it's sitting on, you do so quietly. And the reason for that is because if you do touch the desk, or if you move your hand around like this, there's going to be feedback in the mic. It'll depend on what your mic gain is, but you might want to look into something like a shock mount or some sort of microphone stand that you don't have to actually have the Yeti sitting on a desk for. That'll really help reduce kind of that desk noise. I'll leave links down in the description below to some options that I use and some options that might work for you. Before we get into some of the softwares and features, I would appreciate a thumbs up on this video. It really helps grow my channel. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys are interested in picking this up. What are you going to be using it for? I love having conversations down there with you. I pretty much read all the comments, reply to a lot of them, so let me know. Next, I want to talk a bit more about the actual internals in this microphone. So touching a little bit more on the audio here. They do have a 4-capsule condenser array inside the actual microphone here. So that's going to allow you to get much more focused patterns and actually record at a 24-bit depth or sample rate when you're actually recording audio using the Yeti X. This microphone also features 4 polar patterns. The first one, the one I'm actually using right now, is the cardioid pattern. So cardioid mode is really good for if you're just talking directly into the mic, just one person talking toward the Yeti X. It cancels out all the audio to the sides of it and behind it, and just picks up anything that is directly in front of the microphone itself. It is good to note here that when you're using the microphone, you actually want to use it at a side angle here. Some people think you want to talk directly into the top. That is not how you should do it. You should talk directly into the side of it. Next is Omni mode, and this actually picks up sound all around the actual microphone itself. So basically 360 degrees of sound will be picked up. So maybe if you're recording some music or on a conference call or something like that, Omni mode might be best for you, depending on how many people and the audio you're trying to pick up. And again, they are marketing this toward content creators, YouTubers, streamers, podcasting, stuff like that. They also are marketing this to be used with like guitars and drums, so it's gonna be really good at picking up that type of audio as well. I'm not very good, but it's good at picking up the audio. The next mode they have here is the bidirectional mode, and what this is going to do is pick up audio both in the front of the mic as well as behind it. So if you have two people sitting face to face with each other, maybe having just a conference call conversation, or if you have a guest on a podcast, that's the mode you're going to want to use, because it's going to pick up anything that the person is saying toward the mic on either side of it. The last mode here gets a bit confusing. This is called stereo mode, and this actually picks up both the left and right channels of the microphone itself. So if there's a lot of sound coming in the front of the mic and you don't necessarily want to pick it up, stereo mode might be something you want to keep it in. And overall, it's just really nice to have all these modes. They are also easily changeable with the back of the mic by just pressing a button. They have LED indicators on there to tell you which mode or which pattern you're using on the Yeti X. Now, the other thing they have here is something they're calling a smart knob with 11 LEDs around it. And there's a lot you can do with this, so let's get into it. Probably the first thing here that I want to note is that it does have live metering. So if you start to talk loud towards the mic, it's going to go from green to yellow to red. And when you get to that red or really into that late yellow stages, that's when you might want to consider turning the mic gain down, because you might get some audio distortion and some clipping. The nice thing about this too is you can actually change the mic gain on the fly without ever having to touch any recording. So right now, I said in the beginning of the video, I'm at about a 75 mic gain here. So I'm actually going to turn it down while talking, and you guys will be able to tell how that sounds. So again, we're currently at a 75 mic gain, and I am turning the mic way down right now. So the gain is quite lower. You can probably barely hear me. I'm gonna turn it way back up here. We'll turn it back up close to about where it was. And now you can probably hear me a lot better. So depending on the situation you're in, you'll be able to adjust the mic gain, just making the mic more or less sensitive. The microphone also has a feature to plug in headphones so that you can actually hear yourself through the microphone. And the microphone actually has features for that. So if you press and hold the smart button for about 1 second, you can adjust the actual headphone level, the volume that is going to be produced through whatever headphones you're wearing. In addition to that, if you press the knob just one time, don't hold it down for 1 second, just quickly press it once, you'll be able to actually mute the mic. And if you press and hold down the smart knob again for about 1 second, you can get to a blend mode. And the blend mode allows you to actually adjust the computer audio versus the microphone audio that you hear through headphones if you have it plugged into this. So in summary, with the smart knob here, you can switch between gain, headphone levels, and blend modes, and it also features live metering to see how sensitive your voice is. Next, let's talk about some of the software that you can download on your computer and kind of customize this mic to your liking. And this is actually something different than you get with something like the Yeti line of Blue microphones that they offer. So you can actually download something called Blue Voice, or download the Logitech G Hub software from Logitech, and you'll be actually able to control a lot of different presets with this Yeti X microphone. So if you enable Blue Voice on the Logitech G Hub app, you can actually set different presets on here. And some of those presets are like FM station or AM station. You can have crisp and modern. And basically what these are gonna do is just change the way your voice actually sounds when you're talking through the mic. So if for some reason you're filming something and you want to get more of like an AM radio broadcaster sound, you can set that preset. I don't use this a lot. I pretty much just plug it into a recording feature that I have and adjust the mic gain. But it is an option that's there, and I hope that they will add more presets going forward. It was kind of fun to play around with, but depending on what your use case is for this mic, you might not ever end up using it, but the option is there if you want to set those presets. The nice thing about Blue Voice is they do offer advanced tuning, so you can actually get into the EQ settings and adjust your lows, mids, and highs, so that might be something that's of importance to you. In addition to that, you can also adjust all of the LED colors through the Logitech G Hub as well. So if you're going to be using this on Twitch and maybe you want to match colors for whatever your streaming colors are, you'll be able to do that on here. In addition to that, if you're colorblind, you can change up the LEDs so you can properly see things better. So let's talk about who this microphone is for then. We've talked about the features, we've talked about the software, talked about the build quality, we've even talked about what you get inside the box. Who is this for? It's definitely not a cheap microphone, $170 USB microphone, but it's going to give you much better audio than something like a internal camera mic or a computer mic or something like that. But is it worth $170? It really depends on what you're going to use it for. The biggest difference between the Yeti X and just the Yeti line of microphones is you're getting that Logitech G Hub Blue Voice software. You're getting that live metering and that smart knob on here, and you're getting, in my opinion, just a better overall look and a little bit better quality. In addition to that, the Yeti line of microphone only offers 3 condensers, where there's 4 in this one, and this one also records at 24-bit, where the other one only records at 16-bit. So it really kind of depends on what your budget is. If you can afford the $170 one and you feel like you need those features, this is what you should go for. They also have their Blue Snowball line of microphones, which I believe is only like 90 or $100, and that's a really good option if you're just looking to get a cheap USB mic with much better audio than you currently might have on like your camera or like an internal computer mic. I actually used that way back when I made videos in like 2012, 2013, 2014, and the Blue Snowball, it worked great, but this one is definitely a lot better. You also have the Yeti Pro version, and this is a USB/XLR microphone. This is, I think, is about $250, and that is more than I wanted to pay for a mic, but XLR usually offers a lot better audio, at least as opposed to a USB microphone. So if you're looking for something even better and you have the budget, the Yeti Pro will probably be even better than the Yeti X here. So again, let me know in the comments down below what you guys are going to be using the Yeti X for, and if you are going to be picking it up. If you're not going to be picking this up, let me know what microphone you're interested in buying. Love to have a conversation with you down there. Again, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I'm putting out new tech videos every single week. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Yeti X from Blue Microphones. If you missed my unboxing video, be sure to check that out. It's probably floating around my head right now. But other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and thanks again for watching.